Me, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hoffa versus Chubby Jag. The battle has happened. Shout out to Rare Breed Entertainment for putting on this battle, you know what I mean? And kind of, giving everybody something to talk to, you know what I mean? Talk about. Shout out to them, you know what I mean? I ended up watching the battle. The VOD is actually on the Rare Breed Entertainment's website. You go on there and you can check out the VOD. If you were late, getting the VOD is going to be $25 for the VOD, and then you can watch it. Y'all, wait a minute before we get into all this. Hold on, I do want to say that. Y'all was giving me a bad time. Oh, well, PIPERBOY women, how do you know Chubby Jag? Like, you know what I mean? He's spitting his rounds. That don't mean he going to be fine. What? What? Did you see that battle? What? I will say Chubby Jag is the best person to come back, you know what I mean, to battle rap, the quote-unquote industry. If you want to consider Chubby Jag industry, however you want to look at that, he is probably the best person to come back to battle rap. You know what I mean? I do want to say that and put that out there, put that into the air. And y'all, like, when you see the battle, you'll pretty much see what I'm talking about. This guy looks like a battle rapper. Period. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a battle rapper. The aggression was there. Like, how you want somebody to talk to Hoffa is how he was talking to Hoffa. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to talk about the battle. I don't want to spoil everything, but I do want to talk about a little of it. Wait a minute. What we doing? You know what I'm saying? We got Hoffa. He starts it off in the first round. First thing I do want to say, obviously we got a lot going on with the Avocado situation. You know what I mean? Avocado addressed all that. You know, with the Geechee Gotti and RX, like I was on the live and I was listening to it, and Avocado basically said like he's willing to just like step out the battle rap community and not even like do this no more. He just wanted to go live and to, pretty much plead his case, but it seems like, Geechee Gotti and RX was more so like kind of pleading his case for him, but, he was open for the debate. He answered all the questions that the fans had. And with Avocado being in this situation, it's kind of bad, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is terrible. You know what I mean? For him to have come out and done that. You know what I'm saying? Laughed about, like, all that. Like, that was kind of bad, man, because it kind of hurt. Like, if, like, Avocado probably would have filmed this, it may have looked a lot better. But I think, like, the film crew, I think they got a lot to work on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get to the battle. We're going to talk about it. Hoffa, he starts it off. He basically goes ahead and he says, and it's been kind of mean, but I guess this is a normal thing to see me come back outside, body Chubby after a quarantine, like bodying Chubby Jag, like after a like, what? What you going to do about that? No, all right, so then Hoffa, he basically addresses the Kiki situation. He says, you're going to be the first crash test dummy, first one to address this B word, basically kind of just like trying to intimidate like Chubby Jag, like, oh, you want to be the first crash test dummy to talk about this? All right, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like an intimidation type thing. And then he goes ahead and he says, ARP, just because I took this P word doesn't mean I took that P word. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically talking about it. By him talking about this, it kind of leaves things kind of open for the third round. It does, you know what I mean? But he kind of talking about this, get it out the way. You know what I'm saying? And he said, I'm going to turn Jag into a Maserati, which is interesting, man. I was kind of thinking about getting a Maserati. You know what I mean? Then I rode it. I'm going to turn Jag into a Maserati. What else he says? He goes in on Jag for okaying Cassidy's rounds. Basically like a shot at Cassidy. He also says, this ain't your... Shout out to Cassidy. Cassidy messaged me earlier. He's trying to figure out what's going on with the battle. Hoffa also goes ahead and he said, this ain't your lane, Tiger. You in denial. Now I got to bring Jaguar, like Jaguar. Now I got to bring Jaguar for lion, like a lion, like he a wildcat. So he said, this ain't your lane, Tiger. You in denial. Now I got to bring Jaguar for line, like he a wildcat. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of dope how he said that. He's talking to Jag, but he wants to like show Jag like, yo, like I'm a battle rapper. Like this is how you battle. So yeah, I can talk to you, but I can show you like some double and triple entendres right there real quick. You know what I mean? So I like how Matt did that. That was pretty dope. And then he He breaks down Jag coming into the culture, trying to make it because he couldn't make it into the music industry. You know what I'm saying? So y'all basically, you tell me about that round, whether or not you was rocking with Math's first round. I thought his first round was dope, man. I thought it was solid. I liked it. You know what I mean? I didn't really have nothing bad to say about it. Jag, his first round, he basically is saying, he's talking, he's kind of just throwing a bunch of stuff out there. And basically the point is I never worked. My whole life has been a sick day. I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? He addresses Shotgun Suge. He's saying, I'll drown that dude. His body gonna look like when socks get wet. You know what I mean? That was kind of funny. And then he gets back on like Math Hoffa. He's going in on Math. He says, you try to divide when I'm trying to multiply. Your math bad. I can tell right now you probably was your worst in your math class because adding me was only going to subtract you. That's how I know you bad at math class. You know what I'm saying? So he basically talking. You know what I mean? He talking to Math. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. He talking to him. You know what I'm saying? And then Chubby Jag, what else he goes ahead and he says? You know what I'm saying? He says in his second, what he say? I don't want to talk about that. He says, get capped for all that capping. That's a discount at lids. I don't know. Take it for how you want. It's the way he's delivering it. It was kind of all right, but when you like read it, it's kind of, Then he said, all those battles plus your podcast and you still haven't added up to me. So he's basically talking about like, you know what I mean? Like how he broke down the math and adding me is how I know you ain't good in math class, and he talks about all that. So that's the first round. What do I think about the first round? It's the shock factor of watching Chubby Jag be this good. You know what I mean? It's got people like, yo, Chubby Jag 30, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what's going on. Like, I had to watch this battle, and people are like, yo, why aren't you uploading the battle? Shout out to Red Breed Entertainment, like, they hooked the brother up. But I had to watch the battle, like, a couple times, because it's so much gas in that first round with Chubby Jag, bro. Like, you gotta, like, really listen to what they saying, and some of the things that Jag is saying, a lot of gas may not be warranted, you know what I mean? But I think Jag did really, really well. Some people say this is a preference round. Some people say it's a debatable round. I don't really think this round is debatable. I think Math Hoffa kind of edged that round. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say edge. I just think his round was better crafted. You know what I mean? If that's, saying anything. But that's not taken away from Jag. I think Jag did good. Just remember the initial impression when you had, like, watching 40 Cal, like, in the battle. He was better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, levels, like, better than 40 Cal, like, in his first. Not that 40 Cal was whack. It was just that he looks like a battle rapper, like, fighting, like, in a battle. But Math, I think his first round was just better. You know what I'm saying? This is my personal opinion. Math's second round, what does he say? He says, he goes into we only know you for knowing Cassidy. He goes into all of his accolades. I've done this. I've got this. I've been on this show, been on Drink Chaps, and you know what I mean? He talks about all that stuff. He said, and he starts breaking down like Chubby Jag. He says, he breaks down, you only charging $75 for a verse is what he used it for. He said, but if you charge any more than a G, that's grand larceny, basically saying like Chubby Jag, like you connected with Cassidy, but dang, you know what I mean? Like, you only charge $75 for a verse, and if you charge more than a G, that's grand larceny. Y'all take that for what it y'all take that for. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for that. And I can just run down, like, I think this is what I think. This is what I gotta let y'all. Come on, I can't tell you everything, but I'm gonna tell you who I think won this battle. Personally, the first and the second watch, this is how I have it. You know what I mean? I feel like Math Hoffa got the first round. The second round, I felt like y'all know how, like, when Calico is rapping and he's talking, he may not be like hitting you with like a bunch of like punchlines and like, but the way he's talking to you, he's like, okay, I'm rocking with this. You know what I mean? So the second round, I like Jag in a second, but I'm leaning towards how well crafted Math's second was. So like already I'm looking at this battle as like Math got it 2-1. You know, I'm sorry, 2-0. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to the third. Math Hoffa has like a pretty decent third. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do he say? He's basically, I don't even want to ruin it. It's just one haymaker. I ain't trying to ruin the one haymaker. Which was dope. You know, and then Jag goes and he brings up the Kiki situation. Math kind of like, it's kind of like people are talking about Math like walked off stage. That's not what happened. Like he's kind of just like walking around like the room. Like, oh my God, you bring this up. You know what I mean? Like if, this is my issue with the third round. You've got to like, if you don't like, this is going to come, Math Hoffa. Listen to me. Don't get mad at me, man. I got to tell you like it is. You know what I'm saying? And look, you cannot, like, the bloggers, this is what happened. The bloggers made it to where in the media, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just me. It was like all the bloggers, you know what I'm saying? For the most part, made it to where people kind of just like didn't believe Kiki, but that's still an angle. You know what I'm saying? And you felt like you kind of got past that or whatever. You know, got your my expert opinion popping again. People's rocking with you again. You know what I mean? Like the bloggers have kept that, you know what I mean, out of the media. That's pretty much what it was. But when you in a battle, that's coming up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared for that. You know what I mean? Just because it made on the surface, like nobody talking about that, you got to be prepared for somebody just not to care, bro. And Chubby Jag was wilding on that angle, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be all the way real with y'all. And y'all don't want to hear this. It is what it is. And Chubby, before I say this, you said you revamped your round. That's exactly what I heard you rap to me, Chubby Jag. Shout out to Chubby Jag. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I heard you rap. But because Math was like so hurt and like it made the third so crazy. But it's like when Jag was rapping the third, I was cringing like at him rapping the third. Not that Jag was bad. It was kind of just like, yo, Math is kind of just like walking all around the stage. Jag is like a performer. He's just like, forget it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to rap it. He raps the third and he's talking about it. And he has like, I think like a couple cool lines with it. But it's just awkward. You know what I'm saying? So it's like off GP, I think a battle rap fan will probably end up giving like Jag the third off of that. But when you look at the material, Math might have caught a 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might have caught a 30 if it wasn't Math, you beating yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, pause, not like pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of just like, you know, walking around the stage. That kind of, you had to know that angle was coming up. If you don't put it in the contract, these battle, like, Goods are smart about that. If you don't put it in the, they're going to use it, bro. And you was mad at all the bloggers, and the bloggers was the ones that kept it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talked about it, but, you know, she got discredited because she was, you know, like, being wild. Like, we pointed that out. So in the media, it was dumb. When you battle somebody, it's coming up. You know what I mean? So if I'm just like, if I'm not looking at how well crafted, like, his round was, Math Hoffa's round, and I'm just looking at the entirety of it, I would probably say, with aggression and everything, this battle could be debatable for some people. They may end up giving Jag the third and Jag the second. But if you are like a, you know what I mean? Like you really nitpicking and you paying attention to everything, you're probably going to edge Math Hoffa like every round. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to judge it like we on a panel, you know what I'm saying? Or if I'm at Rare Breed Entertainment, and, you know what I mean, ARP hit me up to, you know, he even, like, asked me if I wanted to come out and judge because Math and Jag was kind of, you know, talking. You know what I mean? Now, if I was to judge the battle, I would give it to Math Hoffa probably 2-1. Just because that third, you know what I mean, like how you acting in the third, I would probably just give Jag the third, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like Math Hoffa, he won it 2-1, if not 3-0. You know what I'm saying? Being nitpicky, I think it was a 30. You know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Was Jag bad? No. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him again. Honestly, I do want to see what 40 Cal and Chubby Jag would do in the ring. That's kind of what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because, 40 Cal's got more bars. Chubby Jag's got everything else. You know what I'm saying? And he's got bars, like, mixed into it. But my personal opinion, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got Math Hoffa with the 30. And I'm excited that Chubby Jag took this battle seriously. You know what I mean? Like, he could have just came in here and got a check and that was it. But he's showing that he wants to be here. He wants to stay. He wants to, But this is what I want to ask you, Chubby Jag. What's going on with you and Cassidy? I don't know. I don't want to give away everything. I can show y'all the notes. I can give away everything if y'all won't. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that, but I don't know if you was taking shots at Cass. I'm like, what is this? Like Cass after the wait, I don't even want. They'll catch it. What's that? What you doing? Why you do that? You know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering, like, what the heck's going on with y'all? You know what I mean? But shout out to Jag, shout out to Cassidy, shout out to Math Hoffa, shout out to Real Breed Entertainment. For y'all to be able to, I don't know if y'all may have contracted Avocado. I don't know if y'all was going to deal with them, whatever. But for y'all to be able to get some people to film, like, you know what I mean, it's dope. I just feel like they may need some more time, and how they, like, put stuff together. Because, like, while Chubby Jag was, like, rapping in his third, Math Hoffa's walking away. Instead of paying attention to Chubby Jag, they kind of just, like, following Math around, and then the camera's, like, on the ground, and then it's back looking at the blondes in the back, and then it's looking at Chubby Jag. I'm like, what y'all doing? So maybe Twiz. What Twiz at? Twiz, where you at? Maybe Twiz could do something like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But shout out to Real Breed Entertainment. Shout out to everybody. I'm about to get out. I want to see Jag again. I think he's here to stay. But y'all also got to understand, Math is a legendary, like, battle rapper. Like, he, whether or not he's lost battles and things like that, he knows how to craft, like, rounds. You know what I mean? I felt like Chubby Jag was good, but, like, crafting the angle perfectly, riding an angle out, throwing bars in when it needs to be thrown in, like with the Lions, the Jack, like this Tiger, like throwing all that. You know what I'm saying? And, and then the third, like the one dope, like setup that he had, I don't want to, like, throw that away, but, like, knowing when the angle and like all that, like, plays a part. I think Chubby Jag came with, like, his style of rapping. I wouldn't be mad at seeing him versus, like, a Ill Will, or him versus, like, a Calico. I think him and Calico would be crazy. That Real Talk versus Real Talk, that would be crazy, bro. That would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, oh, Red, no. I want to see Jag and Calico, bro. Because Jag ain't scared to, say what he need to say. He ain't scared to, get in somebody's face, act crazy. You know what I mean? But that's my opinion on the battle. I got to get up out of here. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.